Senegal, a beautiful amalgam of culture, music, and passion.
First week was pretty intense.
Kind of like drumming boot camp. We pretty much just drummed all day.
The rehearsals were a lot more intense than they are here in Cambridge because we had a lot more genuine Senegalese artists and griots.
There's several drum instructors. Obviously our main drum instructor, Lamine, is teaching us a lot of the box, but there's been a lot of other guys who have been helping us out.
His brothers, his cousins, a lot of his extended family come to help us.
Maget, he kind of grunted a lot more and vocalized a lot of things while he was playing.
Pop John, who's been helping us out a lot, and one of his brothers in View has been helping us do drumming and also just kind of hanging out with us at the house.
Much more sort of hands-on, intense drumming workshop that we wouldn't have had an opportunity to do back in Boston.
We just kept the drums in the house with us, so we could like drum all night if we wanted to. So almost every night there's just spontaneous drumming happening. In par in.
Ici?
Oui.
Okay, so everyone's gonna come in the middle and dance one by one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Communication was definitely a struggle most of the time because almost everyone speaks only French or Wolof.
Fortunately, everybody knows the tasu, the gin, and the pin, and the red.
We have like a language bridge within the drumming language.
We don't write anything down anyway, and we do by observing. It's just by watching other people play and repeating it over and over again.
This is Pop John and this is Tafa, and right now they're preparing a new goat skin on this drum. The drum was sounding out of tune and not very fresh, so they wanted a better sounding drum. So with the pegs already inserted into the drum, he stretches the skin over the peg and then, without giving any slack, cuts, I think, around 3 or 4 slits. Yeah. And then weaves the peg through the slits, stretches them back into the drum, and that kind of gives it some tension and allows him to tune the drum later on. He was 11 years old when he learned to make drums. So for our performance on Friday, this will be ready. So we get to use a fresh drum.
The Tiny Bear was a lot of fun. It was probably the highlight of our experience here. Basically, it's a community event in which drummers, including us, get together with people from the local community and play all kinds of familiar rhythms.
We like play in the street and people come dance. It's pretty sweet.
Anyone in the community can come and dance. They form a big circle around the drummers, and then people come up one by one and break out their dance moves.
They make me almost want to dance, and I don't like to dance, but they come really close to making me want to get up and go.
The dancing is crazy.
They were full of energy. What I liked about it the most is like, no one was shy. You have a bunch of people drumming and everyone just goes and dances.
So it was like an incredible showcase of the culture and the music, meeting just a cool community event.
When we performed, everyone was having a good time and dancing, even though maybe our drumming wasn't perfect.
The rhythms we learned were more complicated than the ones in the US, but we got them down packed, and we played them really well.
2 tiny beers, we were all pretty tired and exhausted from all the rehearsal. And so we took a day to go out to a little village called Funjin, which is this beautiful town on the side of a lake.
A bunch of the women from around that area put on a show for us, and so that was a lot of fun.
This was a griot family, and in that performance it was almost all women.
My favorite part of it was they had the ones who had like the big gourd things.
It was actually really interesting. It was an instrument I've never seen before. It was hollow, and they set it in a bucket, and then they had empty shotgun shells that they put on their fingers, and then they would tap the globe in time to the music. And it had the hole on top, and so when people are playing sabar and they're playing really well, usually people go up and give the drummers money, and so the drummers will like hold it in their mouth, start playing with their hands. But with this instrument, you just kind of like drop the money into the globe, and then I guess they take it out afterwards, but it's pretty interesting.
What was interesting is that everybody knew the rhythms that we played. So no matter where we went, people knew the popular music and the popular box rhythms.
Don't do that.
The most incredible part about all this is that it's a tradition that goes back hundreds of years, but it's still integrated into the popular music in Senegal, which is pretty unique of, I'd say, at least 90% of countries around the world.
One of the major things is how important dancing and music is in the culture. So it's a very poor country, but at the same time people always have a smile on their face and are really ready to laugh.
They act like brothers and sisters who aren't really brothers and sisters. I think if I lived here, I'll be a much nicer looking. Like, I don't generally smile. I guess I lived in New York, so I always kept a straight face where I lived at because you just have to. But here, I'll probably walk around smiling everywhere and my face would be slightly happier looking.
This is a perfect example of how we can spend some time studying something in our native environment or being at MIT and learning about the culture and the importance of this art to people, but nothing compares to actually being here, and hopefully will serve as a flagship example for other artists and scholars and students at MIT to take their field of study out of the classroom at MIT and push it into the world.
It's been a good experience getting to drum with these really good, awesome drummers and picking up little techniques that I guess you can't really teach, but as you're watching them, I sort of pick some things up. So I've enjoyed the drumming experience.
I want to go back. I miss it.
So much happening all the time.
It's been much more rigorous, but also a lot of fun.
It's definitely a great experience. I'm definitely really glad I went.
We say day, we say day, we say day, we say day, we say day. Daylight come and we want to go.
Because you invite him to MIT every year.
Yeah, no,
To help his family. Give him money and help my family. So he's very grateful to you guys.
Parce que quand j'ai allé en Amérique, quand je retourne aussi au Sénégal, j'ai acheté des bœufs et des moutons.
So after he came out from MIT, he had money to buy beef, he bought lamb, he bought all this food, and he's rich now because
Yeah, thank you, man.